Hey y'all, let's get into it. Let's talk about Valencia. I have to give it a name, right? It's close to something called a Yaga, but we're going to call it Valencia because I'm just coming off of these strikes, so we got to be careful in these streets. Y'all, is it not crazy how they are putting things so much in our view? So much in plain sight. You know, it used to be a time where you had to kind of search for things to see it. Oh no, but now the game is how close can we get to the edge? How close can we get to the fire without being burnt? They are putting things in such plain sight that is obvious. They want it right there on a platter to show you who you are, right? You don't even have to have eyes to see at this point. It is point blank in your face. And why are they doing this? What is the gain? Because we're in the last days where the darkness is gross. It is abominable. It is to a level like we've never seen before, right? But not to fear. For God is with us, and greater is he that is within us than that which is in the world, you know? And I love how he is opening up the gates and he's sending out his fiery ones, like I always say, that are in this moment, who were born for a time such as this, who are going to say exactly what needs to be said. And they're not going to come all nicey nice. They're going to give it to you with the heat, right? They're going to give it to you in a way that only you could probably receive it, right? And I'm here for it. But what they did was quite wicked, and Hellywood is quite silent, deafening silent for some people who have so much energy to come against people like Ye for anti-Semitic comments. They come against Kyrie and they have to go before the ADL. They have to pay fines. They have to do all of these things to get back in the public's good graces, right? With the powers that be. But we are eerily silent when it comes to Valencia and these ads and these little ones put on display for their pleasure. Come on. The silence is deafening. Where is the same energy that you had for Ye and Kyrie? You know what's so funny, y'all? You can be anything you want in these streets. You can be a butterfly, a grasshopper. You can change your identity and everybody will celebrate you and say how brave and how courageous you are. But if you are someone in America that happens to be of a melanated skin tone and you say the truth about who you are, you stand on the fact that you are a Hebrew, oh, they are coming with you. They are going to persecute you. How dare you know who you are and stand on that? But if you want to be a butterfly out here in these streets, you're so brave. Look at you living your best life. You're so courageous. You go out there and be that butterfly. We know that you got 2 eyes and 2 legs and 2 arms, but my golly, if you want to fly out here in these streets, you got it. But don't you say the truth of who you are. It's crazy. It is crazy. The last days deception, but greater is he that is within us than that which is in the world. Y'all, and he is releasing his fiery ones. They're bold, they're courageous, they're unapologetic. And speaking of fiery ones, Candace Owens is about to bring the heat. I'm going to show you some clips, and she's no holds bars. I love her because she just says it like it is, and you can take it or leave it. So I'm going to show you some clips of her. Yay. And let's get into it, guys. I think that's all that I wanted to say. Let me think. Yeah. Let's get into it.
It's a huge brand. Kim Kardashian is one of the faces of it. In fact, if you go to her profile right now, she has dripped herself in their new campaign. Balenciaga and Adidas are teaming up. They want nothing to do with Ye. Neither does she. Perfect brands for all of them to unite and to sell some products.
They're the latest ad for the clothing brand Balenciaga. This was just uploaded on Instagram. The photo shoot they're using to sell their products features this image. It shows several documents. Most of them aren't visible, but what you can see when you zoom in, and of course the point is that you see it, is a reference to a U.S. Supreme Court case called Ashcroft versus Free Speech Coalition. That case struck down a law against kitty.
So here's what happened with Balenciaga. Balenciaga recently released their ad for their next campaign, okay? In the ad, they have very young children. You can go to their website and they probably have already taken it down. Then they shot another photo from the campaign, and the same exact campaign, and there is a Balenciaga purse, and under the purse there's a lot of papers. When you zoom in to the papers, what you will see is it is a Supreme Court decision. You now have Balenciaga, one of the loudest brands in the world, biggest brands in the world, loudest brands in the world, with a fleet of A-list celebrities, okay, that stand behind them. This is the same Balenciaga that just dropped Ye.
I think people just try to score points, you know what I'm saying? Like Maverick Carter had me go on a show just to say we took him off the show. Then I go on Drink Champs, then they take it down. The day when I was taken off the Balenciaga site, that was one of the most freeing days, you know? You know, we're about making product that's $20, the best design in the world, and that's the reason why we have brought the head designer from Balenciaga, Demna, who's a great designer. That's why I brought him to the Gap in the first place, but they didn't allow that to happen, and that's why I had to get up out of those big corporations so I could get directly to the people. And I want to talk about the Jewish comment. It's actually proven the exact point that I made. So many actors been bullied behind the scenes, so you even got people like Ari Emanuel asking people to not do business with me. That's how this town has been running for so long. They'll mute you. They'll try to mute you at all costs. This is the thing. They never expected someone to have the platform. It's not that anyone's afraid. They're afraid of us not being afraid anymore. And we're not afraid anymore. They can't use all the tactics. I'm talking about my life was threatened to have a political opinion. If I ever went anywhere, we know why. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. So I know God has a plan for us. We fighting that in flesh and blood. This is a spiritual warfare at this point.
Because Tucker Carlson did a segment on this and drummed up a response to this, they have now issued a statement saying that they should have never featured the children in the campaign. That's it. Kim Kardashian, girl, I just know you are going to find that same energy that you found, that you and your sister Chloe found to write a tweet against your husband, that you are going to find that same energy, that same exact effing energy to stand up and to condemn Balenciaga. Because girl, we know that you are desperate for fame. So I know you are just looking for the right words, and that your silence and your recent posts dripped in that exact same campaign is really you just sitting back trying to find the effing right words to say that you will have nothing to do with this brand. Use that same energy, Kimmy, and put up a post and be done with Balenciaga. And then re-examine what it is that your ex-husband has been saying about what he believes his children are being exposed to.
To take what he's doing and put it inside of a $2,000 box, so it's only for the rich people, that mentality is played out. It's a dinosaur mentality, and it's only a matter of time till we get hit with an iceberg. We have to raise our consciousness. And how do we have people scamming, selling dope, selling messages of death in order to buy a jacket for $5,000, $6,000 and take all the celebrities and we push that? I'm not pointing fingers because I was doing the same thing until God brought me down to a place where I can really serve him. Because if I'm sitting on any kind of high throne that he didn't give, then I'm not in full service to him. All of the things that got taken away from me, I'm so thankful for that because I get to serve God better. So going into Thanksgiving, I know the people at Adidas are not going to have the best Thanksgiving. I know that they're not going to have the best Christmas. But if any way I could indemnify what they've done, even though they took that IP, they hired lawyers to sign it over. I promise everyone out there, those designs, they still good by me. Those designs still good by me. I know y'all saying, we not gonna buy them unless Shay got them. If y'all want those designs, they still good by me. I promise you, I can guarantee you one thing. On Thanksgiving and on Christmas, North, Saint, Chicago, Song, they gonna all have a good meal. And that's what we do it for, our families. So I'm telling you, this Christmas, this Thanksgiving, whatever Adidas wants to drop, and you know that that was a design that we put in, those are good by me. And hopefully this can like heal, this can heal some of the bleeding. Now, also, I know another thing is, for everyone in contracts, I know that this will never happen again in history. There will never be a situation where people end a multi-billion-dollar deal off of a tweet. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Thank God no one was hurt in the process. And I feel free.